Hello, good day to you traders and welcome to this week's edition of Weekly Forex Trade Forecast and Analysis. On this week, as we always do, on Weekly Outlook, we'll watch through and run through 49 Forex pairs, indices, commodities, metals, cryptos, and more on the weekends. While Monday to Friday on this channel, we upload videos of assets that are giving a high possibility of that move for that day. And also remember to check out the description of this video, as there is timestamp available down in the comments and also in the description. So I want to check that out. So see you as we start right now. On euro dollar for this week, euro dollar is presently consistently tagged the low on the daily of this correction. Tag this low. So we want to watch. You give us this structure ABC by looking at, and it's still heading downside. So we want to watch to see if it is coming, if it will correct here and give us to tag this low, give us this drop, then we'll watch for the reversal upside, or if it will turn at any point from here to give us that buy back upside. It's what we're watching out for in euro. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame, we want to watch for any sign of reversal. Right now they are still correcting for more drops. As you see here, we want to watch for the reversal upside with buy setup. It's what we're interested in. We also zoom to the 1-hour time frame, watch out for that too. Buy setup, reversal is what we're looking for. On pound dollar for this week, pound dollar tag this low with this ABC move. Right now we want to watch at any moment it will start back a climb upside to give us this bigger ABC sideways running flat and then resume the dropping downside. So we want to watch out for this buy this week. For once it starts developing, it's what to watch out for. If we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on pound dollar, you see on the 4-hour time frame there is a chance for this move upside that will make this running flat structure, and then it will give one more retest of this low for it to start back the climb upside. So we want to watch out for this correction and one more retest and the possibility of bigger buys to come through for us on pound dollar this week. So if we zoom to 1-hour time frame, also want to watch out for that to correct back up here. On Aussie dollar for this week, Aussie dollar is presently back at the daily low. It came through and tagged the daily low right now. So it completed this running flat structure with this A, B, C move. Right now, I want to watch them reverse back upside with buy setup, at least a correction, at least a sideways correction before it will resume back the dropping if it's going down, or a sharp spike upside that will come back to this top. So we want to watch for that correction to start on Aussie dollar. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame right now, we expect at any moment it may correct here, give one more drop down before the buy momentum will start. We are interested in buy on Aussie dollar. Buy setup is what we are interested in, at least for a correction. So watch out for that this week. If we zoom to 1-hour time frame too, we want to watch this. This can be the start of that buy momentum. This is on New Zealand dollar for this week. New Zealand dollar has been dropping. It dropped here, give us this small correction, and right now give us a running flat structure here with this A, B, C move. So right now I want to watch them start a bigger sideways correction here to confirm more drop is incoming, or at least a reversal back up a bit before they resume the dropping for us downside. So we want to watch them reverse this week on New Zealand dollar. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame on New Zealand dollar, we'll watch out for when a pullback up, as you see with this divergence here, and between the chart and the MACD, we want to watch them correct and reverse back upside a bit before they resume the dropping. So we want to watch out for buy opportunities this week on New Zealand dollar. So what to watch out for. We zoom to the 1-hour time frame also, want to watch out for that. First they will correct here On dollar Swiss for this week, at present, dollar Swiss gave us this climb. We see this for now. We see this as impulse up. It gave us this correction downside, and right now it has spiked back upside. So we want to watch for another correction down before it will resume this climb up. So watch it complete this sideways structure, and they give us more buys. As you remember, we are expecting to come back and tag this stop to give us this A, B, C correction for one more drop downside. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on dollar Swiss, we want to watch right now the 4-hour time frame. They give us this sideways running flats here, and they have completed the structure one spike up. So we want to watch them give us sell setup and drop down. Sell setup this week towards this low, and then reverse back upside to give us this A, B, C structure. So we want to watch out for this sell this week and this buy back up on dollar Swiss for this week. So on dollar yen for today and this week, this coming week, dollar yen, we want to watch them correct downside. Is what to watch. We want to watch them give us a flat structure at least here before they resume this spike upside, or they could drop back down deep first before they resume climbing back up to give us a flat structure here. So we want to watch out for that possibility this week on dollar yen. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame, we'll watch right now. As present, this week they gave us this past week they gave us this drop. Right now they are attempting to pull back upside. We want to watch if they are giving us one more flat here for the retest of this top before they will drop back down, or if they are dropping right now before they resume the climb with a correction. So we want to watch out for that. Resume to 1-hour time. On dollar CAD for this week, dollar CAD has been correcting sideways for days here. Right now we want to watch them drop a bit, give sideways correction before they will give us one more spike to tag this stop that will complete this A, B, C correction for more drops to the downside. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame on dollar CAD, we want to watch them. Once they are through this A, B, C flat, they'll give one more retest of this top and then drop down for us. So we want to watch out for this sideways correction before they resume the climb upside. So to watch out for dollar CAD. So if we zoom to 1-hour time frame right now, we want to watch them. We can give this one more spike up before they will start bigger drop. We're interested in this sell this week. A sideways sell is what we're interested in for dollar CAD before they will give us that big retest to back upside and then start bigger drop down. So I want to watch out for this correction. On euro pound for this week, euro pound is presently has been giving us this A, B, C attempt at a correction. I want to watch once they are through with this correction of this drop, they are going to give the next drop downside. So I believe they are attempting to give us an A, B, C drop back to tag this low to make this the bigger A, this B, and then they will give us one more spike up for C before they will drop back down. So we want to watch out for that as it develops this week. We zoom to the 4-hour time frame on euro pound. On the 4-hour time frame, we want to watch right now. They have completed this running flat structure, and right now they are taking offside. So we want to watch them correct and resume the buy back up to tag this top. Once they tag that top, we want to watch them reverse back with sell setup to the downside. That's what to watch out for. Buys back to this top and then drop back down via sales. So to watch out for this week on euro pound. On euro Swiss for this week, euro Swiss, we are still watching for them to start this upside momentum back up to give us this A, B, C structure and then resume the dropping downside. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame on euro Swiss, on the 4-hour time frame, we want to watch right now to see this correction they are making. They are attempting to give us a running flat here and one more drop before they will take off to the upside. So we want to watch out for this climb this week on euro Swiss buy setup. It's what to watch out for this week as it develops this week. So if we zoom to the 1-hour time frame also, we want to watch out for that. Right now they're giving us the spike upside. They dropped A. Right now I want to watch them drop B, complete this flat and then take off to the upside to complete this correction before they will drop down here and then give us buy opportunity for the upside move. We're interested in this buy on euro Swiss this week. On Euro Yen for this week, Euro Yen earlier it was this climb back to the trend line, and right now it's dropping back down. We believe it's coming back towards this low. Once it gets to that low, we expect them to complete the flat structure here, and they give us opportunity to get in on this downside to make this bigger ABC flat or zigzag. So we want to watch out for that as developed this week. We zoom to 4-hour time frame on Euro Yen. On the 4-hour time frame, we saw that they give us sells here and dropped, sell here, drop. Right now, I want to watch this. They are attempting to make a flat here. Once they are through with this flat, they will drop to tag this low, and then we expect them to reverse back up after they tag that low. So we this ABC flat structure for drop to the downside. We zoom to the 1-hour time frame. We want to watch out for that. It's very correcting for one more drop. We want to watch for this spike that will give us this small running flat for more drops. On EURUSD for this week, EURUSD gave us this huge drop back down, and right now it's correcting back upside. We want to watch them drop back down, give us a flat structure here, and then drop further to the downside. It's what to watch out for to develop before it will resume the climb, if they are going to resume the climb. First, it has to give us this correction and the drop down this week. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame on EURUSD, on the 4-hour time frame, we see that they gave this aggressive climb upside. Right now, I want to watch them correct here and give us a drop back down towards this low before they will reverse back upside towards the big flat for more drops to the downside. So I want to watch out for that this week. If we zoom to the 1-hour time frame, right now we see that present they are correcting here. We want to watch this sideways correction. Once they are through, they'll give us opportunity to get in on the set downside towards this low. So I want to watch out for this. On EURCAD for this week, EURCAD at present, we are looking at this as a running flat structure for it to climb back, resume the climb back towards the top to make this ABC. So watch out for that to develop. If it's going to turn, it has to give us a flat structure here to confirm that it's heading down for us to this side. It has to give us a flat structure here before we change our analysis. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame on EURCAD, we want to watch. Right now they've been correcting and dropping, correcting and dropping. So we want to watch them. If they are going to continue that, give us a flat structure to confirm more downside is incoming, as we expect them to turn at any moment right now. So if we zoom to the 1-hour time frame on EURCAD, we want to watch them reverse back upside for a drop down. That's what we want to watch out for today on EURCAD. Sell setup. On Euro New Zealand for today, Euro New Zealand gave us this drop down, and right now it's heading back upside as the B. There was A B. We expected to drop, complete the C flat, and then they will resume the climb to the upside. So to watch out for on Euro New Zealand. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame, right now we see on the 4-hour they are attempting to start a sideways correction here. Once they are through, they'll give us one more spike to tag the stop and then drop back down with C wave before they resume the buy momentum to the upside. So we want to watch out for this completion of this flat and for this buy setup for Euro New Zealand. So if we zoom to the 1-hour time frame, we want to watch out for that as well. Buy setup here to the upside this week and then reverse our back down with sell to complete this flat. So what we want to watch out for before they resume the climb upside. This is what to watch out for this week on Euro New Zealand. On pound Swiss for this week, pound Swiss has been dropping and we expect them to drop to tag this low before we see if they will reverse back up to give us a flat here for more drops to the downside. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame of pound Swiss, on the 4-hour time frame we saw that they gave us this sideways correction here. They dropped, give us another sideways, which made both of these a running flat, and they are dropping right now. So watch them correct and drop to tag these lows. We'll get here before we see if they will climb back up for us to give us this as a running flat for more drops down, or if this is a running flat and they tag this low, then they will give us buy opportunity upside out of this sideways correction. So if we zoom to 1-hour time frame on pound Swiss, I want to watch this week first for this drop trade. So I want to watch for to come and tag this. On pound yen for this week, pound yen has been dropping right now after this sideways correction. They give us this drop, they give us a flat in the middle. And right now we're expecting to drop back down before they'll give us another correction here to give us complete this sideways correction for one more drop before this back upside will start. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame on pound yen, on the 4-hour time frame, we want to watch them. They have been dropping aggressively. Watch them give us sideways correction for this final, for more drops to come through to the downside. So to watch for more corrections and more sales is what we are looking at on pound yen. If we zoom to the 1-hour time frame, we want to watch out for them. Something similar to this correction they did here before they dropped, and then give us this flat here drop. So right now I want to watch for repetition of that here. Sideways correction for more sales to come through for us on pound yen. Is what to watch out for sales setup. Let's choose watch out for on pound yen this week. On pound AUD for this week, pound AUD has been on this drop, is dropping to make this running flat, and right now it started correction. We want to watch him give us a flat structure here, and then one more drop down towards this trend line before we see the reverse back up to make this a big running flat structure, and then more drops will then come through for us to the downside. So we want to watch for this week on pound AUD. If we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on pound AUD, we'll watch right now they give us that spike upside. Right now we'll watch them correct here, drop down, and give us a flat structure for more sales to come through to the downside. These are the trades we want to watch out for as they develop this week. If we zoom to the 1-hour time frame, we want to watch them. They give us a sideways correction here by Monday, and then we expect them to drop down for stack this low, reverse back upside, make a flat, and then give us a big set to the downside. This is what we want to watch out. On pound CAD for this week, pound CAD earlier gave us this A wave upside, and right now it is dropping. We want to believe it's attempting to give us a flat here to resume the drop to the downside towards this low. So we want to watch out for that and a possible reverse back upside to make a flat for more drops to the downside. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on pound CAD, on the 4-hour time frame we saw that they gave us this up spike here, and they've been dropping for a while. So we want to watch them give us another up spike, complete this running flat, and then drop more to the downside. So these are the moves we expect to occur this week on pound CAD for to give us further sales here for more drops. So if we zoom to the 1-hour time frame also on pound CAD, we will still watch for more drops to the downside first before this up climb, and then bigger sales will come through to the downside. This will make this a running flat. So we want to watch out for this. On pound New Zealand for this week, pound New Zealand has been correcting sideways alongside this trend line. We want to watch them continue that sideways correction before they will drop down for us. Possibly to get to this level, make this running flat here, and then retest this top for us. That's what we want to watch out for. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame on pound New Zealand, we want to watch at present. It started this sideways move here, they climbed, they've corrected. Right now I want to watch them to see if they're attempting to correct to make this flat. One more spike upside, give us a sideways move here and then drop down. So watch out for this climb back to this trend line. A drop down and a climb back to the trend line before it to give us a big set to the downside on pound New Zealand. So if we zoom to the 1-hour time frame, on the 1-hour time frame, we want to watch this drop. It will drop further down and then correct. On Aussie Swiss for this week, Aussie Swiss earlier gave us a climb upside and has started correcting back down. So we want to see if they are attempting to give us a flat before they resume back the climb upside on Aussie Swiss. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame on Aussie Swiss, we want to watch right now. They've corrected up, they are dropping, and they are starting to correct right now. We want to see if this will be the start of a sideways before they will drop once more and then give us opportunity to get into the buy to the upside. So we want to watch them develop this week. So if we zoom to the 1-hour time frame right now, we want to watch them. They are attempting to give us a sideways move here right now that will last for a while before they will give us one more drop downside. So we want to watch for this corrective climb this week, one more drop, and then the reversal for the bigger buy upside. We're interested in the buy setup on Aussie Swiss this week. So we want to watch out once they are through with this ABC flat. We want to watch Aussie yen this week, Aussie yen has been dropping back down this up spike. Want to believe this was A wave up and they are dropping for B, they will see spike up for C, complete this flat and drop further to the downside. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame on Aussie yen, on the 4-hour time frame, we want to watch them. They have been correcting and dropping. Watch them complete another sideways correction here and drop down, tag this low, and a possible reversal outside to make a flat structure for bigger sales to the downside. So if we zoom to 1-hour time frame on Aussie yen, we want to watch them right now. They are correctively dropping. Watch them give us a flat structure here and then drop down downside for us here. This is a trade we work for Monday and Tuesday before we were expecting to by Wednesday reverse back upside. So we was this bigger flat. So we want to watch out for this week as it develops on Aussie yen. Sales to the down. On Aussie CAD for this week, Aussie CAD earlier was climbing back upside and now is dropping back down. So we want to watch them tag this daily low and then reverse back upside for us. That will make both a running flat or a contracting flat. So we want to watch out for this week and the reversal. We zoom to the 4-hour time frame on Aussie CAD. Right now on the 4-hour time frame, we see that they are presently correcting sideways here. Once they are through with that, they will give us more drop. That drop will tag the daily low and then reverse back upside with a buy setup. So we want to watch out for first this drop by Monday, then the reversal upside Tuesday, Wednesday next week, back upside. So we want to watch out for that as it develops this week. Next week on Aussie CAD, if we zoom to the 1-hour time frame, we want to watch right now. They are correctingly dropping. We expect them to complete the flat structure, give us that drop downside, then the reversal back upside. On Aussie New Zealand for this week, Aussie New Zealand at present is attempting to complete this ABC structure. Right now it's here. We expect it to tag this top for it to resume back to drop to the downside for the big reversal upside. We expect big buy to come through on Aussie New Zealand, but it's not yet developing. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, we want to watch to see if this was A wave and they have climbed for B, and they are attempting right now to drop to make this ABC flat, and then give us that spike that will tag this top and then give us a big sell to the downside. Interested in the sales? That is start here down or they come from the top. So we want to watch out for one of the two this week. We zoom to the 1-hour time frame right now. We want to watch this. This can be the start of the sell down sell. On Swiss yen for this week, Swiss yen has been dropped and gave us a wave correction. Right now they are dropping back down. So we want to watch them drop down and a possible C wave complete the flat and further drops to the downside. So we want to watch out for these as they develop this week. We zoom to the 4-hour time frame right now. See that the 4-hour they dropped here and they gave us this sideways flat structure and drop. But this was one of our trades for last week. I will post it on the channel. So we want to watch right now for them to correct and drop down to tag this low before they reverse back upside to complete this flat and then drop further to the downside. So we want to watch out for these trades. We zoom to the 1-hour time frame. We want to watch right now. They have corrected here. Once they resume on Monday, they will drop down, correct, drop. On CAD yen for this week, CAD yen gave us this up spike last week. This week we want to watch them drop, correct, drop back down, give us a flat structure here and resume the drop into the downside. So to expect from CAD yen this week. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame, we saw they started the turn right now. They are attempting to correct here to give us sales back to tag this low. Once they tag that low this week, we expect them to reverse back up, give us a flat structure here and resume the sell momentum for us to the downside. This is what we want to watch out for this week on CAD yen. We also zoom to the 1-hour time frame. I want to also watch out for that too here. And once they are through with this correction, it will give us a flat here and then drop down to tag this low. These are the sales we want to watch out for this week before they reverse back upside to give us a big flat for more drops to the downside on CAD yen. So we want to watch out for that develop. On CAD Swiss for this week, CAD Swiss has been climbing upside. So right now I want to watch at any minute for it to correct to resume this upside climb for us. We zoom to the 4-hour time frame on CAD Swiss. You see that on the 4-hour time frame right now they gave this correction and they headed upside. So I want to watch them give us a big flat here before they resume this climb upside on CAD Swiss. We zoom to the 1-hour time frame. I want to watch on the 1-hour time frame for them to give this drop. They are correcting right now for one more spike upside. We believe at any minute they will give us a drop back down before they resume the down momentum upside to make this complete this flat for us. This is what we want to watch out for this week. Buys upside on CAD Swiss before they will correct, give us big correction to the downside. So we want to watch them continue the climb momentum for now on CAD Swiss this week. So what we want to watch out for. On New Zealand Swiss for this week, New Zealand Swiss has been on this aggressive drop. And right now it's attempting to tag this low. So we want to watch them complete this flat structure for us and then give one more drop that will tag that low before we watch them reverse back upside on New Zealand Swiss for this week. So we want to watch them drop this week and start a sideways climb. We zoom to the 4-hour time frame on New Zealand Swiss right now. You see that on the 4-hour they did this correction, they have been dropping. We want to watch them give us correction and drop more to tag this low before they reverse back upside to give us a flat for more drops to the downside on New Zealand Swiss. We also zoom to the 1-hour time frame. We want to watch out for that. They are apparently attempting to complete a sell structure here. Once they are through, they'll give us the opportunity to get this sell. I will tag this low and head further downside to the daily low before they reverse back with corrective. On New Zealand yen for this week, New Zealand yen had dropped aggressively and right now it's attempting to give us a flat structure here. Once they're through with this flat, we expect them to continue the drop momentum a bit more before they will start to climb back for us with sideways correction for more drops down. So I want to watch out first for these drops this week by Monday, Tuesday before they will start this correction by Wednesday. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame, we want to watch them give opportunity for most further sales. They will correct here, give us opportunity to tag this low, reverse backwards, give us a flat structure and then drop more to the downside. If we zoom to the 1-hour time frame, we also want to watch out for that correction drop. Watch them give us another correction here and drop down. Further reversal upside will come through to complete this flat for more drops to the downside. So we want to watch out for those as they develop today on New Zealand yen. New Zealand CAD for this week. New Zealand CAD has suddenly dropped and tagged this low. So right now we want to watch this can either complete this flat structure and resume the same momentum, or it will start a sideways move right now. Here, I'll go sideways for a long time before it will later drop further to the downside. So I want to watch out for one of the two. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame, we expect at any minute to reverse back upside to complete this flat before it will resume the same momentum downside. That's what we want to watch out for this week on New Zealand CAD. So if we zoom to the 1-hour time frame, on the 1-hour time frame we saw they give this up spike and dropped. Right now I want to watch them give us another up spike to complete that flat and then drop further to the downside on New Zealand CAD. This is what we want to watch out for, sales downside. On gold for this week, gold has been correcting sideways over some days right now. We want to watch it give us a flat structure and drop further to the downside. That's what we expect from gold. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on gold, we see on the 4-hour time frame gold is climbing very slowly. Right now I want to watch at any minute they will break through with sell setup to the downside. After which we will see if this is an ABC for one more spike upside. So to watch out for this week. So if we zoom to the 1-hour time frame on gold, we want to watch at present. They are attempting to start that drop downside on gold, but it will head back upside with possible reflex of this top and then drop down with sell. We're interested in the sales on gold. We'll watch to see if this back On silver for this week, silver has been correcting sideways for the past 2 days. Right now, I want to watch this week if it will drop back down for us to make this a DCB, and then we'll watch for it to give us a C wave and then drop further downside for us. We resume to the 1 hour time frame on silver to see better. On the 4 hour time frame, we see that the 4 hour time frame they've been dropping slowly via corrections here. We'll watch them continue this drop down before they will head back up to give us this flat structure for more drops to come through for us to the downside. So we want to watch out for this to develop this week on silver. We resume to the 4 hour time frame on silver. On the 1 hour time frame on silver. On the 1 hour, I want to watch right now this drop. It can give us a flat and drop further. That's what we expect, flat structure and drop further down. Palladium for this week, Palladium has been dropping aggressively. I want to watch it drop to make this ABC structure before we see if it will give a retest to the upside. So if we zoom to the 4 hour time frame on Palladium, we see that on the 4 hour time frame they gave this drop, they corrected, they dropped, they have been trying to correct here. Once they are through with this sideways correction, we expect them to drop further to the downside to give us this A wave, B wave, C wave, and then we'll watch them to see if they are starting back a spike to the upside. So we want to watch on the 1 hour time frame on Palladium. We want to watch as present on the 1 hour time frame. This looks like a flat structure. We expect it to drop down, give us sideways correction once more, and then drop further to the downside. This is the sales we want to watch out for on Palladium before they reverse back upside for us. So we want to watch out for that as it develops. On Platinum for this week, Platinum has been in this sideways attempt at a flat structure for a while right now. Once they are through with this flat, we expect more drops to come through on Platinum. So if we zoom to the 4 hour time frame to see the correction better, we saw that they gave us the A wave upside. Right now they are attempting to give us a flat for drop for the P wave, and after which we expect this to either drop straight or to reverse back upside with C wave for it to resume the dropping, make this a running flat. So we want to watch out for that develop this week. If we zoom to the 1 hour time frame, we also want to watch out for that as well. Sideways correction here for drop down before it will give us a C wave upside to make this flat and then drop further to the downside. This is what we want to watch out for this week on Platinum. On copper for this week, copper is presently in this sideways correction right now. I want to watch them give us a flat structure here and then one more drop, tag this low for it to give us the reversal upside on copper. So if we zoom to 4 hour time frame on copper, we want to watch on the 4 hour time frame. They give us this A wave right now and they are presently dropping down. So we want to watch them tag this low and then reverse back upside to make a flat for us for more drops to the downside. Also, if we zoom to the 1 hour time frame on copper, on the 1 hour time frame, we want to watch this is presently a small flat for this drop. We expect it to start a bigger sideways move here to give us the opportunity to come in for sales to the downside towards this low for it to reverse back upside for big flats and then more drops to the downside. So we want to watch out for this as it develops on copper this week. On US crude oil for this week, US crude oil has tagged this low as we expected it to tag right now and it's attempting to give us a flat for more drops to the downside. If we zoom to the 4 hour time frame on US crude oil, we see that present they give us after tagging that low, they give us this up move and they have corrected. Right now they can make this a flat and then drop here. So we expect more drops to come through this week on US crude oil to the downside. So if we zoom to the 1 hour time frame, we see that at present they give us this A, B, C flat. This can be the start of an up spike. Although we are watching to see this give us more drops to the downside, make this a flat for it to resume back this climb to make this A, B, C for the drop downside on US crude oil. So we want to watch out for that as it develops this week. Complete correction, one more spike upside before the bigger sales will come through. On UK Brent oil for this week, UK Brent oil tagged the daily low, and right now we're expected to continue after this flat structure here to drop back to the weekly low too before they will restart the bigger correction upside after tagging the weekly low. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame on UK Brent oil, on the 4-hour time frame we saw that they gave us this up move A wave and they've been correcting here for a while. We want to watch them correct, drop, tag this low, and then reverse back up to give us a flat pattern, and then give us one more drop down towards the weekly low. So if we zoom to 1-hour time frame, we want to watch at present. They are attempting to give us this spike up here to make this ABC small flat, and then drop to make this A, and then drop for B. We expect them to reverse back up for C, complete the flat, and then drop further to the downside with the bigger sell that will tag the weekly low. On natural gas for this week, natural gas has been correcting here for a long time with this B wave after giving us an up spike for A wave. So right now we want to watch as we zoom into the 4-hour to see them, watch them complete the flat here for one more drop to tag the weekly low before they reverse the upside on natural gas. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on natural gas, you see on the 4-hour this can be the start of the C wave. It gave this climb, be corrected here, and this looks like an ABC for one more climb upside to make this ABC and then drop, or this could be still in the B wave, and this correction, this smaller A, this correction for one more drop, tag the low before the C will come through for us, and then more drops to the downside will come. So if we zoom to 1-hour time frame on natural gas, we just have to wait out to see if they will give us a flat for more drops downside, or if they are making any move towards the upside here. On dollar index for this week, dollar index has been in this aggressive upside momentum. They gave us this drop before they started this aggressive move, so we expect them at any moment to start a drop back down that will give us a running flat before they resume this climb if they are heading for this top. So watch for this, or they could turn and give us correction to drop back down to make this an expanding flat ABC for more drops to the downside, also possible. So if we zoom to 4-hour time frame on dollar index, we are looking for signs of sell opportunity, and this is a likely sell pattern for at least a correction down here before they resume back the climb upside. So if we zoom to 1-hour time frame on dollar index, we want to watch right now. At present, they may correct here, give one more spike before they give us sell opportunity down. We're interested in sell on dollar index for this week. US 30 Dow Jones for this week. Dow Jones this past week, gave a retest of this daily top, and right now it's dropping back down. So we want to watch them give us corrections and sales this week towards this low. It's also to watch for sales that will drop us back to this low on Dow Jones for this week, US 30. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame, you see it has been dropping aggressively, so we want to watch them give correction sideways and for sales, correction sales back to this low. These are the sales to watch out for this week on Dow Jones. We want to watch out for them as they develop this week. If we zoom to the 1-hour time frame on US 30, on the 1-hour time frame, we saw they gave us this running flat here, impulse correction drop. Right now, watch for bigger correction here before they give us more sales downside on Dow Jones towards this low. So we want to watch out for this week. On US 500 S&P for this week, S&P last week gave us a climb back towards the top. This week we want to watch them correct, drop back down, correctively come back to tag this low with sell setups. These are what we want to watch out for this week on S&P 500. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, we saw that it gave us this drop, it gave us sideways correction, and it dropped. Right now, I want to watch for more corrections, more drops, more corrections, more drops, more correction, more drops this week via sales to the downside. That's what to look out for this week on S&P. So if we zoom to 1-hour time frame, on the 1 hour also, we want to watch them drop, give us correction, drop, correction, drop, correction this week on US 500 is what I'm interested in. Sell setups to the downside. So watch out for them this week on US 500. Sales to the downside are what we are looking out for. On US 100 Nasdaq for this week, Nasdaq this past week retested its top. Right now it's correcting sideways at this top, which means one more retest of this top will come through, one more spike up before the bigger sales to the downside will come through on Nasdaq downside. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on Nasdaq, we want to watch at present. They give us this drop and they have been giving up this sideways correction. After that, to watch for one more completion of the C wave, one more spike up, and then reverse that down with sales back to tag this low. So what we are interested in this sales, we ignore this buy upside on US 100 Nasdaq. We zoom to the 1-hour time frame, also same thing. We'll watch this correction drop down, complete this ABC first, give us one more spike up, and then watch for the sell to come through that we're interested in. Sales back down. So we want to watch out for that this week on US 100 Nasdaq. Sales setup. On Euro 50 for this week, Euro 50 is attempting to retest this top and presently is correcting back down. We want to watch after the sideways correction, they will give us one more retest of this top before they start bigger drops to the downside to tag this low. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on Euro 50 index, we'll watch them right now. They are attempting to give us a correction. This is the A wave right now. I want to believe at any moment they will start the B, give us the C down before they will give us that retest of that top. After this retest, they will drop back down for us with sell setups. So we want to watch that. We're interested in the sales downside on Euro 50 index. So if we zoom to 1-hour time frame, we want to watch right now. This can drop a bit more before the B wave will start for us, and then C wave down, and then one more retest, then bigger sales will come through next week. So we believe that Wednesday they should be done with this and one more spike up before the sales will come through to the downside. On German 30 DAX for this week, at present German 30 so is attempting to retest this top. Right now we want to watch them correctively drop back down, give us a flat here, give one more spike up, retest this top, and then give us opportunity to get in on the sell downside towards this low to make this ABC for one more bigger spike upside. So this is what we want to watch out for on German 30. If we zoom to the 4-hour time frame, we'll watch them right now. They will drop more, tag this trend line, reverse with correction up, give us one more drop before they give this spike up to retest that daily top, and then give us better opportunity to get into the bigger sell to the downside. So we want to watch for these sales. We're interested in these sales on German 30 DAX. If we zoom to the 1-hour time frame, also we want to watch out for those more sales down and then reversal with UK 100 for this week. UK 100 at present is heading to the upside, and right now it's attempting a correction right now. For it to resume back this climb upside, we expect to give us a flat structure here and then one more spikes to the upside. If we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on UK 100 index, we want to watch right now. They drop, they've corrected the drop, they can correct more here, drop, and then start the climb upside. Give us one more drop down before this spike up will resume. This is what we want to watch out for on UK 100. More buys will come through next week after this. This will happen Monday, this on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they are in the buy momentum. If we zoom to the 1-hour time frame on UK 100, we want to watch them correct here and give us one more drop before the correction will start on Monday, and then one more drop and spike upside. So we want to watch out for this on UK 100 this week. This is what I'm interested in. On Japan 225 Nikkei for this week, Nikkei, there are two ways of looking at Nikkei. You can either see this as a complete correction and they are attempting to retest this top, or this is a flat, this was the start and they are dropping down. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame on Japan 225 Nikkei, right now we want to watch this drop. They are dropping. At any moment they reverse back upside and drop once more, complete this flat and give us one more spike upside. This is the buy we believe that is in the making right now. We will not look out for the sell. If they are going to drop back down, they will give us a huge correction sideways to prove to us that they are dropping down. If we zoom to the 1-hour time frame, we believe they are heading upside. So we want to watch them give us a sideways correction, one more drop to On India 50 Nifty for this week, they've been correcting back down after this up spike. They've been correcting back down right now. So we want to watch them give us a flat structure here and then resume this climb back to retest this top. What they're watching out for on India 50. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on India 50, we see on the 4-hour they've been dropping along this trend line for a while. Any moment they'll break through to the upside and then drop back once more, give us a flat and resume the buy momentum upside. So if we zoom to 1-hour time frame, we want to watch out for that. At present also here, at any moment they'll break through here, give us this climb and then drop once more, make this A, B, C flat and give us a buy to the upside. So what do we watch out for buy this week on India 50? Buys are what you're interested in to the upside. So we want to look on Bitcoin for this week. Bitcoin is presently in this buy momentum right now, so we want to watch them correct back down a bit before they resume this climb upside and then give us bigger correction and then more buys will come through. And looking at it right now, this is what we expect this big running flat to occur here for it to resume the buy momentum. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on Bitcoin, on the 4-hour time frame, we also watch out for that too, as we see with the divergence between the tops on the MACD and the tops on the chart, that this will correct a bit more here before to give us that spike upside, and then the bigger correction will come through for the bigger spike upside. So if we zoom to 1-hour time frame on Bitcoin chart, we want to watch right now. At present, we watch this to see if the ABC is complete for one more retest of this top and then drop to come through for us before they give that spike out. On Ethereum for this week, Ethereum is presently in this buy momentum right now. So watch at any minute it will start sideways correction down for it to resume this climb to make this a running flat. We expect that to complete this running flat for it to resume the buy momentum for us. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on Ethereum, on the 4-hour time frame, we want to watch Ethereum give us sideways correction here. Can resume this climb right now with small correction, then come back down with bigger correction down to make this a running flat and then resume the buy momentum for us. If we zoom to the 1-hour time frame on Ethereum, we also want to watch out for that. This can be that flat here and then more drop will come through for Ethereum for it to take off to the upside. Watch out for this correction this week on Ethereum. That's what we want to watch out for. Correction first before the buys will come through on Ethereum this week. That's what I want to watch out for. So we draw in this. On Litecoin for this week, Litecoin is presently in this buy momentum right now. I want to watch them give one more spike upside before they will start to correct deep to give us this running flat and then one more spike upside on Litecoin. That's what we want to watch out for this week. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame, we see on Litecoin right now, it gave us this ABC, a complete flat right now. I want to expect it to give us one more spike upside before the bigger correction will come through for us. That will make this a running flat and then it will give one more spike upside before bigger correction will come through. So we want to watch out for this as develop this week. This spike upside and this long drawn out correction is what we want to watch out for on Litecoin for next week. So if we zoom to 1-hour time frame, we also watch out for that. This will correct a bit here, spike upside and then give us correction downside for the big one to complete the running flat before it will resume the buy momentum up. On EOS for this week, EOS is presently in this aggressive buy momentum right now. So watch them complete spike once more upside before they will give us this drop that will complete this running flat and then they resume the buy momentum. This is what we want to watch out through next week, correction back down after one more spike upside. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on EOS, on the 4-hour we saw they give us this ABC flat right now. Watch them give one more retest of this top and then start this correction back down. That will correspond with this for the running flat before the spike upside will come through. So this the correction we'll watch out for this week on EOS. If we zoom to the 1-hour time frame too, we also watch right now it is already spiking upside. After this upside spike, we'll watch for the correction down this week, this next week that is coming before one more spike will come through. So throughout next week we are looking at this correction downside on EOS. So we want to watch out for those. On Ripple for this week, Ripple is presently dropping down right now. It will either drop right now to complete this running flat and give one more spike upside, or it will give one more spike here, retest this top and then start the drop down, give one more spike to make this a running flat. So we want to watch out for this correction next week on Ripple. So if we zoom to the 4-hour time frame on Ripple, we want to watch the Ripple chart right now. On the 4-hour, we expect this to give one more spike upside and to start correction downside. Throughout next week, we are looking at this correction down for it to resume the climb on Ripple. We zoom to the 1-hour time frame too. We want to watch right now. Once they are through this correction, they give one more spike upside and then they come back with sales downside. We want to watch for these sales throughout next week. Ripple will correct back down before it will resume the climb upside. This is what we want to watch out for on Ripple this week.